Hello, my name's Chris, this is Blue Kraken Gaming, and welcome back to Aska, where if you are enjoying the series, I would ask that you please consider leaving a like, a comment, or a subscription. Any or all help the channel grow, and they help get it out in front of other people, so thank you very much to those of you that do that. Now, in our last episode, we were getting on with getting all of our villagers and everyone trying to get sort of summoned in so we can start getting some of the groundwork going quickly. Now, here's the weird bit. So this is the first episode I've recorded since episode 1 for season 2 went up. And there's no two ways around it. It's had a small explosion. I've yet to see whether episode 2 follows through with that, but I just want to say thank you very much to everyone that's watched it. And also welcome into the, according to the video stats, 50 new channel members, or not channel members, the 50 new subs that we've had come through. So yeah, welcome all in. I do appreciate all of that. Aska, for those of you, because you seem to be interested in this, will be every Monday and Friday. So we'll be getting on with that. Now, why I've just chopped all of that down was actually picking up on a piece of feedback that we had come through in the comments, because I do listen to those, where it was basically take out those stumps before they start getting annoying to you while we're trying to do the building, which was a fantastic idea. So we've just got that sort of trying to go through at the moment. Now, where we are at the moment, I do like how it tells us spring's ending in 2 days. We are still trying to get all of this down. We have got a woodworker, or not a woodworker, we've got a woodsman to cut down logs. We have a stone gatherer, so we've got the stone pit going there. That's going quite nicely. And at the moment we are currently trying to get everything upgraded to the hut status so that we can start improving some of the bits and pieces along there. So I am just going to start queuing that up. Now this one needs logs. Now we can take this down because we've got the large axe, so we can get the logs going. So we are just going to start cracking on with that. Now that builder has got that new hut down. There we go. I think we need to give them somewhere to sleep. There we go. So that they can actually have a kip. Right, we're going to keep bringing this fir tree down. But now we've at least got a large pick as well, we can start dealing with some of the large the large Jotun bloods as well, so we can get that off and underway. Now, the objective for today is I'd really like to get to a point where I can start automating tools and having the woodcutter and the stone mason with the large tools themselves, so they can start collecting all of the resources that we need. That would be the ideal. Yet to wait and see whether we can get that. We are also going to, in theory, want to start cooking some of our food. Though I don't think we need to worry too much about that until we can get a cooker's hut. And we're a little way off that. Now, one bit I do also want to try and do is maybe get, I don't know, maybe a hunter down. But again, I want to be careful that I don't overextend the food stores that we do have. Because at the moment, they're not great, if I'm honest. Because we do get through... Well, because we haven't got any cooking going on, it means that we're not actually like maximising some of our resources. But I can't remember whether it's worth cooking stuff like the onions and the like that our gatherer's finding. I can't remember whether they do better or not. Now, I know we are going to want to cook meat when we get to it, but we're not at that yet. Right, grab that bark and that bark. No, not dismantle. No! I completely hit the wrong button there, didn't I? Build that. Supply that. Right, and then we'll try and throw all this back in. Pick up multiple. Pick up multiple. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, try and get around the other side so we can grab these and put them back in as well. Got that very wrong, didn't I? Oh, no. Ah! Right, throw that in. And that in. Right, okay. We then need more rope. There we go. Supply that. Cool. Any more long sticks around? No, we're going to have to come over here for the long stick. That's fine. We can also grab that bark. We need a large stone. And some small stone. And are they sticks or bark? No, that's bark. That'll do beautifully. We'll grab that. Cool. Right, and then we've got another builder here. Now, I'm not going to, in theory, let them... I'll let them go to bed in a bit because they have only just come in, so they're not going to be tired. So they can help me with this construction right now, ferrying all these stones and bits and pieces around. Because we are still way too early on to have any carts or anything. You're grabbing them from there. Oh, okay. Good job. Right, okay. And then that's going to let the gatherer get more resources, hopefully. And then we can have a look at the jobs for everyone in the morning. I don't think... Yeah, I didn't think I had any additional Jotun blood there. Right, what are you grabbing? You've got the large stone. Okay, so I'm going to come here and grab a stick. And then we can get this one built down. And then we'll want to get the stone and the woodworkers' huts upgraded as well. Right, cool. Now we're going to want to look at some of the tasks that they're doing in here. Right, okay, so... Happy with all that, happy with all that, happy with all that. Feathers... I'm going to put... Yeah, low. That's fine. Yeah, that's all fine. Okay, you can crack on with that. And yeah, the mod's still working. We got our little torch there. That's going to be really nice for us at night time. So, happy with all that. Right, let's add these to the queues. Right, and then we can add that. Right, and then we need more rope. So let's get the rope. Right, and we want to add that there. Add that there. Cool. And then I think we prioritise this one, I suppose. And then we need one more large stone, which it wouldn't appear we don't have any around. Okay, nor do we have any logs. Right, that's fine. We can sort the logs. So we can start getting this down. And that should free up some of the logs for everyone to get this last little bit built out. But then we are going to need to move someone on to crafting to make the large tools and stuff, which will be fine. And then that's going to be really good once we get that down. Okay. And whoosh. Okay, cool. Excellent. We've got a well up here. That's really helpful. So we're just going to refill our flask. And get that done. We need to sort our own food out in a bit. Right. Manage workers. So... Asa here is our best crafter. So we are going to move Asa over here. And then you need to make a large axe, a large pick, 2 hammers, 2 hoes. And I think that's all I want you to do at the moment. Let's... For defense, just so we're ready for it, get a club and a shield. And then 10 rope on hand for builders. Okay. We then need to assign a new gatherer. And we need to let our final person have somewhere to sleep. There we go. Right. So, you guys would be alright as gatherers. But Ragnar is currently better at building. Right. So Stig, you get to go and be our harvester. We've got smokers approaching. Brilliant. I'm hoping we're going to be close enough and all around for that to be not an issue. Now, one thing I do want to do with this is resin needs to absolutely not be collected, because otherwise they will just stuff the damn thing with resin and cut down trees like it's going out of fashion to get hold of it. Bark is going to be a lower priority than anything else, because I don't want them cutting up stuff to get hold of bark. Yeah, and then the rest of that should be okay. Right, okay. So that's that underway. We then just have our 2 large stones here that we need to get down, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. We can take these clumps down. And then I think that's going to allow us to... what will that allow us to do? Oh, you've already done that. Okay, right. Well, I'll pop that there then. I'm trying to remember what that was for. Oh yeah, look, there's the smokers. Right. We do want, at some point, to upgrade this Eye of Odin. So we need 5 blood and some large... that's fine. We can come up here, because there's blood up here now. Cool. Okay. Because then we can start trying to get the militia set up. But I'm glad we got those 3 huts down. That's super useful. Right, just while that stamina comes in, what does that actually give us now? So no outposts. We can now make the mine hut, the hunter's hut, which is good. Housing, we can now make cottages, which is even better. No, not the stone. The large Jotun blood, please. Okay, so we'll probably try and lay a cottage down in a minute as well, because that's going to be much better than... Good, the smokers are leaving. That's fine. Right, grab that Jotun blood. Now the fact we can get into the mine that early is really helpful. And the fact we can also lay down a house as well. So I do think we're going to start trying to order a cottage, because I think that's going to help. How many villages have we got? We've got 6, so we would fit all of those in a cottage, which would be good. And then, yeah, I think we can start trying to summon another person in, so we can try and get a hunter going. Does mean we'll need to start trying to get bows and arrows up and away. Right, grab those. Right, okay, let's head back to the eye. And we'll get that getting upgraded. Cool, our stone hut is now done. Awesome, right. No, not storage, I want that. I want to upgrade this. We will supply that. Cool. We need something to eat. So we'll eat some berries and... Oh, there's only 1 onion there. Okay, right. We need to look at the menu. We're going to want a barbecue, because we are going to want to cook the mushrooms to make sure that we don't poison anyone with those. And then, yeah, we do want to look at the house. I want to try and get one of these down. Yeah, let's get this stump out of the way. Right, okay, and then pop that down there. That'll do nicely. Cool. Then we'll pin that as well, so we can be getting on with that. That's also a priority. Awesome. Okay, so coming back over here to our tasks, we can make a bow. Okay, so we want to create a bow and we want 20 arrows. Okay. Cool. That's going to let some things get all collected in. That's going nicely. Firewood is looking good. Okay, so that's now starting to flow. Still no large stones yet here, but that's okay. We'll get there. Right. We, on the other hand, are going to start getting more Jotun blood from more people. Because we do want to get a hunter. We'll also want to get a farmer down fairly soon as well. In fact, that might be the next thing, actually. Getting a farm down instead of the hunter. Because what are we on? We're only on day 3, so we're not too worried, I think, about too many hostiles. Right, okay, there's that. Let's grab those. Oh, that should be our 5. Nice, a 4 Jotun blood stone. Immediately get this one being summoned in then. And then we can come over here, open the storage. Cool. Okay, what do we got? We've got a green thumb and a rain dancer. Excellent. So we've got nice farmer there. Good. Now the farm, I'm kind of thinking we're not going to want too close to the houses. So if we look at the farm, we could probably pop that over here as well. And then we can put the fields around. Because the farmhouse itself isn't too much of an issue. But then, yeah, we can start getting some flax fields down and some food fields. Because we're going to want the flax to keep the rope coming in. And the food is, well, pretty self-explanatory. Because this is struggling to keep up. Right, where's our flax fibres? There we go, grab those. Oh, cool, that's the eye being upgraded. Excellent. Right, pop that in there. Wow, we still need one more rope. Well, let's get that then. Okay, so there's that done. We are going to come over here, and if they've made the weapons yet, which it doesn't look like they have. I mean, they are working on stuff. I mean, that's good. Surprised a hoe's already been used, but sure. Right, okay. Yeah, while that's all going on, I suppose we can get some more Jotun blood, because then we can at least be productive. And that's the bit that no one else can do, so we can at least be prepared with it. But yeah, we're going to want metal tools fairly soon to get all this hardwood down as well. And then, and it was pointed out in the comments, and I completely agree, we're going to want a forester so that we can start growing our own wood. Which is absolutely something I'm going to want. Okay. Just wait for the stamina to come back. I'm burning through this large pick. God, I miss metal pickaxes. That's going to be something we're going to want to work on soon as well. Grab those. Grab these, because we're going to want those to munch on. Right, okay. I kind of like the little clearing we've set ourselves up in. I'm looking forward to seeing what the rest of this island looks like. But I'm, yeah, very much happy with where we are at the moment. The fact we've got a pond not too far, or a lake not too far away as well. It's kind of nice. it feels like we've got quite a few things within, like, pretty close access to us. So we're going to be able to get all of those bits and pieces down and pull it all together. But yeah, I think the mine will be useful because that's going to let us pull a lot of stuff. Or with the metal tools are hopefully going to speed up a lot more stuff for us, which will be great. Right, let's head back. It's getting towards night time now. Cool, the barbecue's getting done. Excellent. Get this down for the house. Yeah, that's the only bit. It does take a while doing all of this. And of course, while we're super low level, we don't have anything with all the little... Well, we've got a few buildings with the little torch on the outside, but we've not got huge numbers of them. That's the only downside with being this early on. But I did like having all those just like torches on the side of buildings. It did make nighttime so much more visible for everyone. Cool. Right, there's that done. Right. Now then. Oh yeah, these guys don't seem to have torches. Maybe the tier 3 one does. Right. That's our farmer. Excellent. I've run straight past the eye, haven't I? There it is. Yep. Right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now oh, another farmer. We don't... no, I think we're going to have to go with... Oh, can I really turn down another farmer? I don't know that I can. We'll take that. And then we'll have to see where we reshuffle things. Right, now... We are going to want a storage. Now, have we got... We have got the warehouse now. Okay. So... Actually, I don't know that I do want the storage right away. Or do I? No, I do. No, because we haven't got enough workers to actually work the storages, so that's going to be the stopping point there. Okay. Have you picked up any more flax? You have not. Have we got any laying or not laying around, but have we got any around? I'm going to say no, because our forager should have grabbed them. Oh look, we got some over this way. Cool, there's some flax. Ooh, 6 flax. I didn't expect that. I thought flax was normally 5. May as well take this one down while we're stood here, because we're always going to want some. Okay, and then, yeah, we're going to want to get a flax field going reasonably quickly. Right, get that. Okay, builders coming collecting bits, that's fine. Sticks and logs we need for that farmhouse, and I do want to get that done sooner than later. So let's come over and see what we can grab. You've got some fibre, that's fine. You've got long sticks in there, but no actual sticks, and no logs. Wow, okay, burning through the logs then by the sounds. Having to get on with some of this ourselves. Which is, you know, I was kind of hoping to avoid having to do some of this manually, and I was hoping to try and get a lot of it done automated with the villagers running around doing it to allow us to go and explore and do fun things like that. But, you know, we do need to try and get the groundwork done. That is the bit with it. And yeah, I do think a hunter is going to be someone that we're going to want to get down in a bit as well, because they are very good at sourcing sourcing food and the like. Like, yeah, it always surprises me how well the hunters work when you set them up correctly. And I had feedback on that in Season 1, so we're absolutely going to be doing that with when we get them in this season as well, to make sure that they are behaving as expected. Okay, and then there's that. Because once we get this down, we've then got to get the field down. Cool, there we go. And, I ran out of stamina. Right, cool. So then we want to build a field. Now we don't want to touch that water there. Now we can do... There we go, 4x4? Is that the most from memory? I think that's the most you can do. Yeah, I'm sure it's like 16 tiles is what you can do. Yeah? Yeah, because then that should be 8x2. Which it is, yeah, okay. So we can do 4x4. There we go, there's one field. We need 4 more rope. Naturally, I'm 1 flax shy, but we did actually get the... There's some in here, isn't there? Yep. And then 8 sticks. Let's grab the sticks. There's another farmer for us. Right, we need 3 sticks. You did not find any stick. No, that's fine. Don't worry. I will get them off the dwarf spruces. Right. There we go. Cool. So that should be the sticks we need for the farm, and then we can get the first farm, like, field down. There we go. So, manage workers. 16. Oof. Right. Tasks. This one. You are going to be making flax all year round. So we'll do that, and then last in here. Awesome. Save. Cool. Yeah, I know, you need rakes. We need to go and add that as a task for our crafter over here. Add task, rake, create, and that is going to be our top priority task. To the point where I want 2 of them. There we go. So they can get on with making sure we've got rakes there. I do also want to start getting another field underway. So we want another one. Right, that tree is in the way, so we're going to have to take this down. And then we can get a food field going as well, which will be helpful. Take the stump out. If we take this down, that will give some sticks for the builders to work with as well. Right, okay, so now we can go last. And we're going 4 by... Really? Now that one's in the way. Right, well, let's take this one down as well then, shall we? And then, like I say, we can get that second field underway. And then I'll probably move the other farmer there, so we've got 2 farmers working 1 field each, effectively. And that's part of the reason I want the the rakes there and ready for them to go, because they are going to need them. Right, the tree stump is what's more important to get rid of there. Then we can cut the tree itself up in a moment. But I think that's pretty decent progress we've made for this episode. So, let's get this one down. 4 by 4. Awesome. Right, so I'm going to wrap up here and say, as usual, likes, comments, subscriptions, they will help the channel grow, they help get it out in front of other people, so thank you very much to those of you that do that. Thank you very much to my YouTube channel members, your support is very much appreciated, and please don't forget that as a supporter, you do gain access to the save files for any of the open world games I'm currently playing, as well as early access to the videos, so you get to see what's going on before anybody else does, and also don't forget you've got your channel members only series, so yeah, do make use of that. Also, if you want to be part of this series, do let me know. Alex has already taken me up on that, and I just need to work out which villager he's going to be, or by all means let me know what kind of role you'd like. But yeah, also channel members do that. But even if you don't do that, I just appreciate you coming along to watch, and yeah, thank you all very much for watching, and I will catch you all next time.